A factory that changed the game when Mahindra opened the doors to its new electric vehicle. At factory in India, the global auto world stood still. This wasn't just another car plant, it was a signal that something big was happening. Inside this massive building, engineers weren't just putting cars together, they were building the future. With robots powered by artificial intelligence and machines that learn and talk to each other, Mahindra is doing things no one expected. It's more than a factory, it's a message to the world that India can lead the next generation of car manufacturing. The Mahindra factory isn't just impressive because of what it makes. It's shocking because of how it makes it. It's not loud or chaotic like most car factories. It's quiet, clean, and incredibly smart. Some say it doesn't even feel like a factory, it feels like a city built for robots. This is a place where technology and tradition meet, and where India is proving it can build not only cars, but the future itself. A city of robots and precision. Walking into the Mahindra plant is like stepping into the future. The size of the place is jaw-dropping, covering almost 3 square kilometers. It stretches as far as the eye can see. It has roads, buses, and machines that float above the ground. Everything runs not just on electricity, but also on sensors, data, and powerful computer systems. The engineers here call it a digital carchera, an old word for a craft workshop, but one that now belongs to the age of robots and electric dreams. In one giant building, metal turns into cars without a single human touch. Robots move in perfect harmony, sparks fly in controlled patterns, and vehicles glide through the plant like synchronized swimmers. Even the floors are cleaned by robots every hour. The air is kept dry and cool to protect the batteries. Lights on the wall give signals instead of loud announcements. Green means all is well. Yellow calls for inspection. Red signals a problem and it's fixed immediately. A smarter way to build cars with makes Mahindra's factory truly special. Isn't just the size or the robots, it's the strategy. Most car factories add more workers when problems arise, but here, the focus is on software and flexibility. The entire production system is designed to adapt and change quickly. In most places, it takes a year to update a factory for a new car model. Mahindra's factory can do it in just a few weeks. That's because the whole plant is built like a digital machine. Every robot and tool is connected through a private 5G network. More than 1,000 robots work in harmony, feeding data into a cloud-based system that acts like the plant's brain. This brain watches everything: torque, temperature, wear, and tear down to the tiniest part. Machines don't wait for maintenance anymore. They fix themselves before anything goes wrong. And the silence, that's the most surprising part. Visitors are amazed that the loudest sound is often their own footsteps. Powerful people, small numbers even though the technology is advanced. It's the people behind the machines who keep everything running. There are fewer than 30 workers per shift, but each one plays a powerful role. They don't hold tools. They wear smart visors that display digital instructions. These engineers manage the AI systems, not just physical tasks. Mahindra is also focusing on diversity, aiming for 25% women on the shop floor, something rare in heavy industry in India. This change is based on the belief that different minds solve problems faster, and it shows. The factory is efficient, quiet, and highly organized, but it's not cold or impersonal. Murals painted by robots feature traditional tribal art. The cafeteria uses blockade to buy grains from local farmers. This place is futuristic, but still deeply connected to Indian roots. It's a place where global ideas and local culture meet and create something truly unique. The robots that dance in the press hall. The action looks like a scene from a science fiction movie. Large steel sheets slide into giant machines, which press them into car parts with amazing accuracy. Cameras make 40 corrections every second to keep things perfect. It's not just a process, it's a performance. The robots work together like dancers. 2 robot arms grab side panels and snap them into place with magnets. Lasers weld the parts together in seconds. If something is even slightly off, the part is removed instantly and replaced. Above all this action is a giant screen that shows every movement in real time. If a machine gets too hot, a technician's smartwatch sends an alert. It's not just Silicon Valley making this possible. An Indian startup helped build this system. Mahindra isn't just making electric vehicles. It's helping create the entire technology around them. Precision that never sleeps. Mahindra's plant uses some of the most advanced inspection systems in the world. Every few seconds, the vehicles are scanned and measured. Hundreds of data streams: torque, vibration, Laser checks are monitored by AI to catch even the tiniest error. If a part vibrates too much or looks slightly off, the system finds out why. Maybe the pressure was wrong, maybe a tool was misaligned, but the mistake doesn't go unnoticed. Because of this, defects have been cut in half compared to older factories. Logistics are fully automated. Robots race across the floors like a swarm. Car bodies move above the ground on crane systems. It looks chaotic, but it's all carefully planned. Even more impressive, the plant can switch between different car models in under 4 minutes. In other factories, that takes hours. Robots grab new tools, reset the line, and continue. It's fast, flexible, and never stops learning about sustainability. In every step, Mahindra's factory isn't just smart, it's also green. The robots use braking energy to reduce power use. Waste heat from cooling machines warms nearby offices. Every bit of energy is used wisely. The entire plant runs on renewable power, either made on site or bought through green energy contracts. The human staff, small in number, help guide the AI systems that do the actual building. Their tools are tablets, not wrenches. Their uniforms are clean, not oily. They are engineers, focused and precise, helping machines make perfect cars. It's a quiet revolution in how things are made, and it's just getting started. The beating heart, the battery length battery section of the factory, is something else entirely. You walk through an airlock, and everything changes. The air is cool and dry to see with 40% humidity to protect the battery cells. These cells come from BYD and are nearly a meter long, but very thin. They are loaded into machines without any human touch. Cameras look for scratches or damage invisible to the eye. If a cell isn't perfect, it's recycled. The cells are placed in housings, and lasers weld thousands of tiny joints. Special gels are injected to spread heat evenly during fast charging. All of this is tracked in a database that follows each battery for its entire life. Every weld, every cell ID, even moisture content is recorded. If a new battery type is invented later, like solid state or sodium ion, this same system can handle it without major changes. Testing for perfection before a battery can be used in a car. It must survive intense tests. The packs are shaken to copy India's rough roads. They are dunked in water to check waterproofing. Then they're heated to extreme temperatures to see if they stay safe. If even one cell gets too hot, the system isolates it immediately. These tests make sure every battery is safe, strong, and ready for real-world driving. Even the lighting is smart. Skylights bring in natural light, and LED lights adjust automatically. Waste heat from welding helps cool the air again. It's a closed loop, where nothing is wasted and everything has a purpose. Mahindra's factory is more than a place that makes electric vehicles. It's a vision of what car manufacturing can be: clean, smart, safe, and deeply Indian at heart. What they found inside India's new Mahindra factory will shock you. Paragraph 1. A factory that looks ordinary, but is at first glance Mahindra's brand new factory in Chakan, India. Looks like any other large building with machines and workers inside, but once you step in, you realize it's something truly special. This factory isn't just making electric cars, it's creating a new way of thinking about technology, the environment, and the future of India. Everything inside has a purpose. It's clean, organized, and incredibly high-tech. The walls are filled with sensors. The floors shine with efficiency. And workers move smoothly through a space that feels more like a science lab than an auto plant. Mahindra didn't just build a factory. They built a smart, living system where machines, people, and computers all work together in harmony. Even the chemicals used in production are handled in a smart and eco-friendly way. The factory has a system that recovers 97% of solvents and reuses them. The small leftover amount is safely used as fuel in cement kilns. This way, there's almost no waste. Workers don't need to wear heavy masks anymore because harmful chemicals have been replaced with clean, safe materials. In fact, Mahindra plans to make future production lines completely free from harmful emissions. That would make India a global leader in clean battery production. From the moment you enter, you can feel that this factory is different. It's not just building vehicles. It's building a better future. Paragraph 2. Safe, smart batteries for a new generation of cars. The only big question people have is why Mahindra chose a certain kind of battery for their cars. Instead of using high-nickel batteries like many other companies, they picked something called LFP, lithium iron phosphate. Why? Because these batteries are safer, last longer, and cost less. Safety is important in electric vehicles, and LFP Batteries don't overheat easily. This means there's a lower chance of fires or other problems. They can also be charged and used over 3,000 times, which gives the car a longer life. Another smart thing about these batteries is their shape. They are long and flat, which helps prevent heat from building up inside. But Mahindra isn't stopping with just LFP batteries. At their research center near Chennai, scientists are already testing sodium-ion batteries. These are even more exciting because they don't use rare or expensive materials like lithium or cobalt. If they work, it means electric cars can be made more cheaply and sold to more people. That's a big step toward making EVs affordable for millions of people in India and beyond. When the batteries are ready, they are joined with the car chassis in a process called marriage. Before that happens, every battery is tested. It gets fast charged, pushed to its limits in simulations, and charged again to make sure it works perfectly. If a battery fails even slightly, the whole system stops to find the problem. This kind of smart testing helps the factory improve every single day. Paragraph 3. Inside the digital brain of the factory, one of the most amazing things inside the Mahindra factory is something called the command suite. It's a glass room above the factory floor where 20 engineers sit in comfy chairs, watching huge curved screens. These screens show a live digital version of the entire factory, like a video game, but real. This is called a digital twin. Everything happening below, from machines moving to welds being made, is shown on the screens in real time. There are more than 12,000 sensors across the factory. They send information about how machines are working, what the temperature is, how fast tools are moving, and much more. If a machine starts acting differently, maybe it's shaking too much or heating up, the computer notices. It can predict that something might break in the next day or two and schedule a short fix before that happens. This helps prevent breakdowns and saves money. The system also watches welds. If a spark looks wrong or the heat is off by even a little, the machine shuts down before any damage is done. This all happens in milliseconds, faster than a blink. These smart decisions save metal, paint, and time, and more importantly, they help make cars safer for everyone. The whole factory works like a brain, making fast choices based on the smallest details. It's a perfect example of how technology and teamwork can come together to build something great. Paragraph 4. Keeping people safe and healthy while machines are important. Mahindra hasn't forgotten about people. In fact, the factory is designed to take care of its workers in amazing ways. Every person wears a smart vest with sensors that track their movements and body strain. If someone is getting too tired or is doing the same motion too many times, the system alerts the supervisor. That person's job is then changed for a while to give their body a break. This helps prevent injuries and keeps workers healthy. This system also meets international safety rules like ISO 5001, which makes sure workplaces are safe and fair. Security is also taken seriously. Everything that connects to the factory network, even simple tools, needs to be verified and secure. Cybersecurity experts run tests every month to make sure no one can hack the system. They even simulate ransomware attacks to stay prepared. Mahindra calls this a zero-trust model, meaning that nothing is trusted unless it's been checked first. Even visitors are monitored. If someone walks outside a marked path, cameras catch it instantly and slow down nearby machines to avoid accidents. These efforts are about more than just safety, they're about protecting something important. The technology inside this factory is a big part of India's future. By protecting workers and data, Mahindra is also protecting national progress and innovation. Paragraph 5. Powered by the sun and ready for anything. Another big surprise inside this factory is how it gets its power. Almost every rooftop is covered in solar panels. These panels feed a mini power grid that runs the whole place. On top of that, there's a huge 40-megawatt battery storage system using special lithium titanate batteries. This means that even if the main power from the city goes out, the factory can keep running without stopping. That's really important for machines that weld or paint, because even a small pause could ruin a car. The factory also uses computers to shift energy use to smart times. For example, paint ovens use a lot of power. Instead of running them at night, the factory runs them during the day when the sun is shining the most. This reduces electricity bills and keeps the local grid stable. Water is handled just as carefully. Rainwater is collected and stored. Wastewater from sinks and cooling systems is cleaned and used again. Even when the monsoon season brings less rain, the factory still uses less water than it collects. This is called being water positive. Every morning, the system predicts how much solar power and water will be available the next day. Based on that, the machines adjust their work to match the environment. This kind of planning saves money and protects the planet. It's another reason why this factory is not just smart, it's sustainable. Paragraph 6. A factory that learns every day, every afternoon at 3 p.m. The teams in the factory meet for something called the Kaizen Pulse. Kaizen means constant improvement in Japanese, and that's exactly what this meeting is about. Big screens show how things went during the day, what went right, what went wrong, and what could be better. If a small issue is found in one station, like an air leak or a slow-moving robot arm, the software is updated that same evening. This kind of fast feedback was impossible in old-style factories, where it could take weeks to fix problems. But here, changes happen in hours. The engineers don't just watch, they act. Everyone is encouraged to suggest ideas, review the data, and help the system improve. Workers feel proud, not scared, when they see the dashboards. That's because they know this isn't about spying, it's about helping everyone do their best work. Even the smallest red dot on a screen could mean a safer, better car, and that matters to the people building them. Mahindra has created a culture of teamwork powered by technology. This approach is not only faster, but also smarter. It shows how humans and machines can work together to make amazing progress every single day. Eco-friendly from start to finish, from the very first concrete pour. This factory was designed to protect the environment. Instead of using regular concrete, Mahindra used a special mix with fly ash from local power plants. This cut the carbon footprint by 35%. That's a huge win for the planet. Even heat from paint ovens is reused to grow vegetables in a nearby greenhouse. This food goes straight to the factory cafeteria. Air cooling is done with special wind catchers that pull in outside air and pass it through water pads. This cools the space without needing too much air conditioning. Forklifts run on electricity and charge from solar panels during breaks. A report on the factory shows that each new electric SUV made here has 40% less hidden carbon than an older diesel car from 10 years ago, and once the car is driving, it makes zero pollution. That helps keep the air clean, especially in cities like Pune, where traffic pollution is a big problem. Recycling is another big part of the plan. Metal scraps from car parts are collected, sent to local smelters, and turned back into useful material in just 10 days. Even broken battery cells are taken apart at a special lab that recovers over 91% of the valuable chemicals. Every piece of waste is seen as something that can be used again. This is called the circular economy, and Mahindra is showing how it can work on a large scale. Paragraph 8. A factory that's more than just a building. When you step back and look at everything Mahindra has done inside this factory, it's clear that this is more than just a place where cars are made. It's a vision of what the future can be. Clean energy, smart machines, safe workers, and zero waste. These aren't just ideas. They're real, working systems built into every wall, machine, and policy. This factory feels like a living thing. Sensors are its nerves, robots are its muscles, and the command suite is its brain. Every part is connected. If one piece fails, the others adjust. But more importantly, every piece learns and improves over time. Mahindra's factory is setting a new example not just for India, but for the whole world. It proves that advanced technology and caring for the planet can go hand in hand. It also shows that workers and machines don't have to compete, they can collaborate. In the end, what they built inside this factory is a symbol of hope, innovation, and possibility. It's not just the future of Mahindra, it might be the future of manufacturing everywhere. A new age of manufacturing, Mahindra's green revolution in Maharashtra, India. Something incredible is happening inside Mahindra's new electric vehicle F factory. This is not just any regular car plant, it's a symbol of the future. The factory is designed to be smart, clean, and focus on people and the planet. It uses 85% of its non-battery parts from Indian suppliers. This keeps jobs in the country and reduces pollution from transportation. But Mahindra didn't stop there. Suppliers who use renewable energy or treat their wastewater better get rewarded with higher scores. This system pushes everyone in the network to do better, not just for profit, but for the environment and community as well. One fascinating feature inside the factory is the regenerative braking system on automated guided vehicles, AGVs. These small machines move parts around the factory floor. When they go downhill, they send energy back into the factory's mini power grid. That recovered energy is enough to light up an entire office block for half an hour every day. Though small, this shows how even minor innovations can make a big difference. Experts believe that by the year 2030, this plant will prevent 2 million tons of carbon emissions equal to planting over 90 million mature trees. That's not just a number. It's real change that the factory workers see each morning when the sun reflects off the solar panels above their heads. Real people, real stories, the human side of high-tech inside this highly advanced factory. The focus isn't just on machines. It's also on the people who make it all work. Many headlines talk about robots taking over jobs, but at Mahindra, humans are still very much at the center. One inspiring example is Shivani, a 30-year-old woman who studied mechatronics just 50 kilometers away. She now leads a shift in the welding department, controlling 500 robots through a tablet while wearing a sari and safety vest. Her story isn't unique. Mahindra wants 25% of its production roles to be held by women, which would be double the national average. Hiring at this factory is based on skill and potential, not just past experience. Applicants go through a virtual reality test that checks how well they understand space and how they make decisions in a simulated work environment. Those who pass join a 1-year paid course where they learn about robotics, high-voltage safety, and even communication skills. New workers are then paired with experienced mentors who share tips over coffee, like how to listen for unusual machine sounds or spot tiny signs of wear. This blend of old knowledge and new technology creates a team that's smart, adaptable, and ready for the future. Work that cares, health, safety, and comfort. Mahindra's factory also shows that modern workspaces don't have to be harsh or exhausting. Technicians wear special suits that support their backs while bending. Gloves have sensors that detect if someone is using too much force, which helps prevent long-term injuries. Even break rooms are carefully planned. They use lights that match the body's natural rhythm to reduce fatigue during night shifts. Prayer rooms are also available, so people from different faiths can practice peacefully during their workday. Mental health and teamwork are also taken seriously. Every morning, small groups of workers meet for 5 minutes. They share good news from the previous day, discuss any problems, and suggest improvements. Managers mostly listen and take notes. No idea is considered too small. In fact, one intern suggested changing the path of some airlines, which ended up saving energy within just a week. This culture of respect and teamwork has led to some of the lowest accident rates in the entire auto industry. When something nearly goes wrong, a full investigation happens within 24 hours and fixes are made right away because every machine tool logs its data. The root cause is often easy to find and future problems are prevented. Reaching beyond the factory walls, Mahindra isn't just focused on what happens inside the factory. They are also helping the community outside. A special training bus visits nearby villages, showing high school students how to use robotic tools. Scholarships help the best students go on to vocational schools, building a local workforce that's skilled and ready. During religious festivals, Mahindra employees deliver solar-powered lanterns made from leftover battery parts. These help families in remote villages have light at night without using polluting fuels. Career growth is another strong point. Workers can take online courses sponsored by Mahindra to become experts in data or sustainability. This means someone who starts by assembling parts could later become a factory auditor or data analyst. These opportunities reduce staff turnover and make employees proud to work there. Pay is also tied to skills, not just time served. Robots do the heavy lifting now, but people are valued for their judgment and creativity. Many engineers say they feel more like pilots than operators, navigating energy, data, and decisions in real time. And when a new electric SUV rolls off the line, knowing it might climb the Himalayas without polluting the air gives everyone a sense of pride. Quality control, not just a check, but a culture. In this futuristic factory, quality control starts at the beginning, not just at the end. The final test happens in a special area called the validation vault. Here, each SUV is tested on a machine that simulates driving, while sensitive microphones listen for any odd sounds from tires, engines, or even the turn signals. If anything sounds off, it's fixed immediately. Then comes the rain cyclone, where jets spray 300 liters of water per minute on the vehicle while it drives on rollers. Engineers use thermal cameras to find even the smallest leaks. Next, the bottom of the car is scanned with high-resolution cameras that compare every detail. to a perfect image stored in the system. If something looks wrong, like an extra weld or a smear of glue, the factory drills down to find out why. Was the robot off? Was the material wrong? Or did a human override the machine? Since all steps are logged in a digital system, the answers usually come quickly and corrections are made right away. The battery also goes through serious testing. It must charge to 80% quickly without overheating, and the cells are carefully monitored for safety and performance. If anything seems off, the battery is taken apart for close inspection. The final test: fire, crashes, and real-life driving. Even though electric vehicles don't use gasoline, they still face fire risks. One of the most intense tests is the flame tunnel, where parts of the SUV are heated to 300°C to see if anything melts, burns, or releases harmful gases. If the air inside the vehicle remains safe, the car passes. After that, crash simulations are done using dummies and sensors that check how the car absorbs shock. If the results don't match what engineers predicted, the car's design is updated, changing everything from welding methods to the shape of the steel panels. Finally, the car is inspected by 3 types of testers: an artificial intelligence system, a human inspector, and a customer stand-in who drives the car on a test road with potholes and traffic jams. Only after passing all these tests is the vehicle officially approved and added to the national database. The factory aims for fewer than 1 defect in every 10,000 vehicles. To achieve this, every department from marketing to finance can see the quality reports on a company's intranet. This creates pressure to fix issues fast, and in just 6 months, the factory reached a 98% first-pass success rate, a record for Mahindra. Changing the game. What the Mahindra factory means for the world: Mahindra also sends automatic quality reports to India's car regulators using blockchain, which keeps records safe from tampering and reduces inspection times. By doing this, they are helping modernize how India checks vehicle safety. The data isn't just for catching mistakes. It's also used to predict future problems and fix them before they happen. This smart use of data, combined with genuine care for people and the environment, shows how Mahindra is building not just vehicles, but a new way of thinking. The phrase printed on the walls of the validation vault says it best: every bite protects a life. In this place, technology and responsibility work together. Customers leave not just with a powerful new SUV, but with peace of mind. The systems and culture that Mahindra has created seem almost too good to be true, especially when compared to traditional car factories. But it's real, and it's already inspiring others to follow this bold and thoughtful example. What do you think? So, now that you've seen what's really happening inside Mahindra's revolutionary factory, what's your take? Does this change how you think about electric vehicles made in India? Drop your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more behind-the-scenes stories like this.